Okay, so as I said in On Air Studio 2, on my right hand screen, you can see this is my prep. And oh, yes, a little bit of Noel Phillips never hurt. I always enjoy watching Noel. But on this side of the screen, you'll see I've got my WhatsApp messages that come through. I've got emails that come through, as well as my work email address, access to my Facebook page to make sure everything's good from there. And then, of course, as I said, the YouTube stuff that operates there. Prep is on the screen as well. So it's a nice big screen that gives me plenty of extra viewing space to be more productive. If we come across then back to this side, we have one of the nicest microphones I've worked with in radio. It certainly is really easy to use. And there are actually, in total, I think there are 5 of them inside the studio. Standard Microsoft kind of PC keyboard that controls the system. And I think let's start with the desk, shall we? So on this side here, we have the microphone channels. That's your presenter channel there. And then, of course, there's those extra 5 microphones. So you can have a lot of guests in studio. These are our playout channels. You can see it says HD1, HD2, HD3. And this I use, so HD1 would be that one working there, and 2 and 3, and then it kind of just rolls 1, 2, 3 and rolls back again. The hotkeys are these things down here, which include little stingers and things that I want to use during the show. I don't really use them very much on Gold, though. The music's so good we don't have to. We have our PC channel, so if I have anything that's on YouTube or anything that's come through a voice note that's come through on our WhatsApp line, I can play it off there. And then we can link to our news team next door. And we have studios at Suncoast as well as Jacaranda, so we can link to them there. On the left-hand side, this is our playout system. You'll see everything that has a little tick is being marked. Everything that's blue still needs to be played. And that's the song that's playing at the moment. It is U2, Sunday Bloody Sunday. And then I can scroll pretty much right through the day and see what's coming up. We have a music compiler who puts the music together very carefully. That little marker there means that I'm going to be mixing. And after these 3 songs, I'd like it to stop. So I'll just put a stop marker on there. Over here we have our time of day, which also includes our dates, tells me how much short I am on the hour. And at the moment, I'm minus 5 minutes. So I've got a bit of work to do. Either talk for 5 minutes or add a song. Well, I prefer to add a song, personally. I don't think anyone wants to listen to me waffle for 5 minutes. There's HD1, Sunday Bloody Sunday. You can see the green line. It's almost like a chalk line. They call it a chalk line. It's basically coloring in, showing how much of the song has been played. It'll turn red just before the end. There's your count up. And your count up time and your total song time, 4 minutes 35. So this here, where you see the cursor, that'll be an East Coast Gold ID or image. And this is my East Coast Gold Gordon Graham's More Music Breakfast Show weekdays imaging. There's a promo. Our news headlines is queued and ready to go over there. As I said at the bottom, we've got our hotkeys. So all in all, it's a very, very versatile studio setup, and certainly one that I think anyone would be happy to work in. I certainly enjoy working here in this environment. Good, as I said, good technical backup, sort of world-class studios. On the other side of the desk, not that you need to see it, is our telephone system. So if you call the studio, it'll flash there. And we'll take you from there. And then we've got all the communication buses as well, so we can talk to our production studio, we can talk to our producers in the booth, to the news team and the like. And there's the rest of the telephone system on that side over there. In studio we have the big television, which I've got it on the Cricket at the moment. And then on the other side, we've got the same screen that we have there. We have that same screen up there so that whoever's doing the show with us can see what we're doing and what's played and what's still to be played. So a little short tour of the show and of the studio setup. The way the show runs is from 6 in the morning till 10 in the morning, weekdays on East Coast Gold. I'll do my preparations the day before. If there's anything that I need posted to social networks, I'll send it through to our social media team, and they'll make sure that it gets posted, and usually timed correctly so that it matches the time we're doing the content on the show. As I say, 7 to 10, 7 till 8, we've got Spot the Lyrics as well as our birthdays. 8 to 9, we've either got Back to the Movies, or we've got Local is Lekker, which is 2 South African songs that we play on a Wednesday highlighting South African music, or we've got the Friday Jive. 9 to 10 is all about the Almost Impossible Music Quiz, as well as our Awesome Foursome, which is 4 massive songs back to back. And then, of course, we have our parting thought as we wrap up the show. So it's a fun show to do. I love it. I love the music. I must be honest. When I first got offered the job, I thought, the music's, is it right? And I'm an 80s child, so you give me something from the 80s, I'm happy. But give me 60s and 70s, and I'm like, I don't know. But I must be honest. I do a show on East Coast Radio, the FM radio station, which plays, current music, and I prefer this genre of music. I've actually gotten into it. I'm actually loving the 60s and 70s music. And as always, loving the 80s. Little quick tour of the studio for you that I thought you might enjoy. And hopefully, if you have a dream of being in radio, maybe it's something you could get into. Have a good day.